Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Monday, April the 20th, and it's morning briefing time. First of all, no changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System over the weekend. Snapshot of the region, you can see the updated numbers from the unaccompanied children down in the valley. Those are as of this morning. No declaration updates to talk about this morning. No damage assessments and no fire management grant requests were received over the weekend. As we switch over to the geo platform this morning, things are quiet around the region. We got some nice rain over the weekend. Trevor's going to talk about that in the forecast in just a moment. No changes to the status of our state EOCs. All are at level 4 steady state, as is the region here. No changes to the status of our IMAX. No changes to the status of the small earthquakes north of Oklahoma City or in the Irving area. As far as the storms over the weekend, from a high of about 90,000, Texas is down to 3758 in power outages. Most of those are in Tarrant and Harris counties. Arkansas is reporting 67 power outages this morning, and Entergy is reporting that's in Louisiana, 7,700. So all total are about 10,000 power outages. Someone on the phone, please mute your microphone. So they continue to go down, and I would expect most of those to be fixed by the end of the day. Like I say, from about 90,000 down to just about 10,000 this morning. Now over to Trevor to tell us about the weather.
Well, thank you very much. We'll start off with the current slide, and you'll see that the blue that you're seeing over the Texas and Oklahoma areas, those are frost advisories. It's actually quite cold after the cold front that has come through this weekend. So they're looking at temperatures even in the 30s that might lead to some frost. It's kind of interesting for late April, but otherwise you're seeing a pretty quiet Monday to start off the week, so that's some good news. As far as the rest of the week goes, while Monday will be rather quiet, Tuesday and Wednesday look to be another active couple of days, especially on Wednesday. We'll see a slight risk in northwest Texas and southwest Oklahoma on Tuesday with an elevated fire weather threat in New Mexico as well, but that's rather low end. But then on Wednesday, we're looking at an enhanced risk for severe weather. And this is the day that we're a little focused on for the week because it looks like we have a potential for large hail damaging winds and even some tornado activity in South Oklahoma, North Texas. This area isn't very large. We'll see that in the next slide here in a second. But the slight risk area farther southwest includes South Arkansas and Louisiana. That's going to be more of a wind hail threat, it looks like. And then that severe threat will extend into Thursday for portions of East Texas and western Louisiana, and then back to looking like more towards the east of the Mississippi River for the weekend. So looking at Tuesday and Wednesday's threats here, everything basically on the left half of the Texas is, the west half of Texas is what we're looking at for Tuesday, and on the east side of Texas and into the eastern parts of the region, that's what we're looking for on Wednesday. So you'll see this slight area there for the northwest Texas and southwest Oklahoma, and then a marginal risk extending from the panhandles down to Rio Grande Valley. Really just looking at a large hail and damaging wind threat that's going to be more isolated. Probably the highest area of risk will be up there in the yellow region. And then Wednesday, that while the enhanced risk is rather small, it will incorporate portions of southern Oklahoma and maybe even parts of the Metroplex in Texas. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Again, tornadoes will be possible in that area, but it looks like that slight risk that extends farther into Louisiana and parts of Arkansas and southeastern Texas is going to be more of a wind and hail threat more than anything else. The tornado threat looks to be more isolated in the Red River Valley. Looking at the drought monitor, it's hopefully we'll be able to see some relief this week, as this weekend we had some storms, line of storms that came through, as you're probably all aware, through good portions portion of Texas, and some areas in the red there did receive some rainfall. So maybe that would be a little bit of a minor relief for that area. But the data will come back out this Tuesday, so we'll get an idea how that looks. As far as rain over the rest of the week, that will be really depending on where the storms develop. But since we are expecting some activity in the Panhandle areas, we can hope again that we'll see a little bit of drought relief for those locations. Looking in the space weather graphic, we will be having looks like a minor storm on Tuesday, really in the later parts of the day and then into the early parts of Wednesday. I was looking at the briefing for this, and it doesn't look like there'll be much in the way of impacts associated with it, but worth mentioning that the KP values will be up to 5. That is a category G1 minor storm. But again, no impacts are really expected associated with that, as the percentages are rather low, as you see below there. So that's what I got for you if anybody has any questions.
Thank you, Trevor. Appreciate that. If you have a question for the Weather Service, go ahead and type that in the chat window. If you're on the phone, go ahead and ask your question. In the meantime, we'll take a look at the meetings going on around the region today. The FRAC starts today and continues for most of the week. Reminder of the Recovery Division's fundraiser for the Employees Association. And on this day in 2010, Deepwater Horizon. And there's some pictures in the graphic from Deepwater Horizon. Any questions this morning?